Hey everyone, so I wanted to share my lousy opinion about WWE choosing to go to Netflix and uh the allegations against Vince McMahon. And this is my opinion, so I'm not telling you anything new. This is just, like I said, my lousy opinion. Alright, first things first, I'm not giving my money to pedoflix. They can go fry ice. I don't care about them. Now I'm like a lot of people who have cut the cable. I have Sling, and I like to use that because I actually like All Elite Wrestling. Yes, I know I'm a big giant weenie. I am not woke, I swear. But I actually like All Friends Wrestling. It's one of my favorites. Now, my personal opinion, I think AEW is got that vibe of when they first came out. They reminded me of the Attitude Era, but less of the gross, disgusting stuff. But the Attitude Era. Who wrote the Attitude Era? People like Vince Russo and Vince McMahon. And the allegations against Vince McMahon are they're disturbing, gross, and I don't want to sound heartless, but actually a little bit funny and very Vince McMahon-esque, naming personal items for adult enjoyment after pro wrestlers. That is a very Vince McMahon thing to do. However, oh gosh, I gotta say, pooping on someone's head. What? I actually listened to the Jim Cornette podcast about this because, everybody needs to know Cornette's lousy opinion on things. And Jim said that, the Vince McMahon that was alluded to in these filings is not the Vince McMahon he would have known back then. The old Vince McMahon would have been, get out of here, pal. To this Vincenzo McMahon over here with the mustache looking like Gomez Adams over here. So, yeah, Vince is definitely... Oh, boy. He has... yeah. No words. But again, these are allegations and accusations. And you gotta wonder, what's the deal with that? So, my hope is, well, first of all, it's sad that this actually happened to a person. What was done to her was just, it's one thing if you're in an adult relationship with an adult, and I don't agree with their choices, but that's not how I live anyways. You're two adults having that adult, she's a sugar baby. She's basically a sugar baby. What they do between them is their business. But there is times you go beyond, and he went beyond by forcing. It became non-consensual at one point. Using her as a bargaining tool to lure in someone. And allegedly Brock Lesnar. Oh, I'm sure Sable just must be doing backflips of how happy she is over that. Yeah, so I just hope that these accusations aren't exaggerated. And then the case gets thrown out and Vince McMahon, he walks away again. Because he's done some horrible stuff. And I was reading the comment section somewhere, I think it was on JD from New York's thing, and the guy wrote, I'm an atheist, but Vince McMahon definitely needs Jesus. And it's like, yeah, he definitely needs Jesus. And you know what? Even though I don't believe in Zeus or Allah or Buddha, he could use some of them too. You know, with a little sprinkle of spaghetti monster, flying spaghetti monster. That man needs all the help he can get. So, yeah, that I just hope he doesn't skate scot-free. If he did what he did. But it's, you know, it'd be one thing, like I said, if he named his adult novelty items after wrestlers. That is hilarious. Out of context, but within context and the whole story, you feel bad for that lady who had to endure that kind of relationship. But anyways, so I don't want to be on the WWE's canceled train. I really haven't been wanting to watch WWE anyways. I felt it was cartoon wrestling. But now Jade Cargill just came back at the Royal Rumble, and I absolutely love Jade. I think she's fabulous, and I think she fits like a hand in a glove at WWE. Really, just one of the things. The reason I like Jade is because I was listening to an interview with her, and I was kind of on the fence about her. But then she mentioned she was influenced by China, and she was influenced by the X-Men, Storm. And I was like, I grew up, I love the X-Men. You know, I was a Wolverine girly. And like a lot of people who basic X-Men fans, they would ship Jubilee and Wolverine. And yes, I was one of those, Wolverine and Jubilee should be together, even though it's probably inappropriate. But then, yeah, she also liked China, and China was also one of my favorite wrestlers. Which was an influence on me as a teenager growing up. Sort of the girl power, you can kick butt and take names, and she looked appropriate for fighting in the ring in the men's. She was the only woman in men's Royal Rumble, and she held the men's Intercontinental title. The IC title was the men's title, and she held that, and she won it in a hardcore match against, I think it was Bob Holly or Jeff Jarrett. I want to say Jeff Jarrett, but I may be wrong. Maybe it was Holly. But anyways, it was a good housekeeping match. But the thing is, she looked physically appropriate. She had the physical, muscular build that was believable for someone to get in a ring against men. You know, nowadays we have this nonsense, this wokeness, where you have this girl who would, and then she'd snap in half. And Kim Kardashian, yeah, let's have somebody who looks like Kim Kardashian fighting a dude who looks like he's juiced up and roided out of his head. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know, you should at least have somebody who looks kind of equal. Like, for example, Britt Baker looks like she could beat up Adam Cole. You know? Or, anyways, I'm totally getting off topic. But way back, let's go back, rewind. WWE being on Pedoflix. Netflix is canceled. Again, I don't like to say canceled, but Netflix is canceled in this house. Starting from way back to the Cuties controversy. I don't want anything to do with that. I don't want anything to do with them. I mean, when they had that, I just totally, nope, no more Netflix. Sorry, not sorry. And then, I was kind of vindicated. I remember it was the last month they showed something from Coco Melon that's being pushed on Netflix. And it was some Basha Bazi type stuff, you know, making little boys dance, little boy dance. You know, and it was disgusting and gross. And, you know, if you have your discernment, you know that stuff was not, it's not love is love. No, that was perversion. You know, love is love nonsense is ridiculous. Oh, you mean to tell me? I'm going to get rambling off a point that I shouldn't get on. But, anyways, yeah, so I really don't No. Pedoflix is canceled in this house. I have Sling, like I said, to watch AEW. And there are people who, like, I'm sure there are some people who already have Netflix, so they're going to be like, yeah, that's fine. I'll watch Monday Night Raw but on a Tuesday on Netflix, because I don't even know what's going to be, is it going to be called Monday Night Raw anymore? You know? So is it even going to be on Monday nights anymore? Or are they going to go to Wednesday to compete with AEW? Because they do that. AEW is trying to do their own thing. Tony Khan is trying to keep in his own lane. And I'm saying trying. I'm not saying he's perfect. Come on. Give me a break here, pal. But he's trying to stay in his own lane. And consistently, WWE would pull up the bumper and be like, okay, we're following you, pal. Let's see what's going on. And they lost every time. So as long as TK stays in his lane, he'll be fine. So if Monday Night Raw becomes Wednesday Night Raw, I mean, that's just like, come on. Whatever. Especially we got DM Junk over there. CM Punk really has ticked me off. I got a whole rant about his stupid face. But I think while he's in WWE, he's probably spilling all the beans to Hunter. NDA be damned. And talk about an NDA. One of the things was in the case between Vince McMahon and that woman, his accuser. People were saying, what about the NDA? Oh, the NDA. Oh, he must be guilty. First of all, there may be a reason. First of all, I don't think you can, don't quote me on this. I am not a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. But with an NDA, you can't NDA illegal stuff. Like, you can't rob a bank and be like, oh, sign this NDA that I didn't rob the bank or whatever. You're not getting, you can't do that. That's illegal. It's illegal to file an illegal NDA with an illegal paralegal. So sometimes though, NDAs, and especially Tony Khan is NDA happy. It's to protect the business. Like, maybe you don't want your phone number leaked. I know I had a friend who used to work for a telecom company. I don't know if it was Verizon or AT&T, but it was their help services. And they would have the phone numbers of famous people, For example, you might have Paris Hilton's phone number or Cindy Crawford's phone number or whatever, because they're whatever AT&T or Verizon customer or whatever. And you couldn't say, oh, I got a call from, Cindy Crawford today. I got a call from, whoever today. You can't do that. That's what an NDA is for. Things like that. So Vince may have just simply, had her sign an NDA so she couldn't talk about what his address was. However, yes, there are some sinister things. Like, she probably signed an NDA so she couldn't write a tell-all book about what his junk looked like. It was backwards and upside down. I'm telling you, the man is weird. He's a turtle. Maybe that's one of the reasons why she signed it. Or maybe she was in a sugar baby type relationship, which sounds like what was going on in that relationship. And she signed an NDA like, don't even say that you're Vince McMahon's sugar baby. So it could have been a reason that. And like I said, I part of me feels for her, and I wish those stories weren't true. What was said that he did to her. It's not even a joke. It's not even funny. Just the stuff that was done to her was unconscionable. So part of me is just like, oh man, I really wish this wasn't true. But at the same time, I hope she did not exaggerate or outright make up complete lies. Because if there was some things that he did which were unconscionable, like locking her in a room, which is an unsafe thing to do because what if, God forbid, a fire, locking her in a room Say if he did lock her in a room, but maybe he did not bring John Laurinaitis into the fun without her consent. Then I don't want him walking away scot-free, but he still did a crime. He did a thing. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's just kind of my... Oh, and also I wanted to touch on, again, Royal Rumble. Naomi came back, and I'm wondering if Mercedes Moné / Sasha Banks is going to come back to WWE, or if she's going to go to AEW. And also Okada. Now that WWE is choosing to go to Pedoflix, is, the Rainmaker, is he going to go to WWE because they're getting more money? Or is he going to say, no, I'm going to stick with AEW, or I'm going to roll with AEW because they still have connections to New Japan, and his friend, I want to say Gato, and I'm probably wrong. I forgot his name. Is now in control of New Japan. I'm tired. That's why. I usually know these names. But is now in control of New Japan, so it's like, my contract's up. I want to be able to wrestle with my friends. So, and to be honest, I think with Okada's personality, his gimmick, where he's from, I really think he would be a better fit for All Elite Wrestling. I don't think he's a good fit for WWE. But the good thing is Vincenzo McMahon with his freaking weird mustache.